Hey guys, Brian Furlong with Pitching Performance. We just got a quick video analysis here. This is Trevor Cahill. 2011, he was with the Oakland Athletics. He was just recently traded to the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's going to be working out of the windup. You can see his starting position. He's got his feet staggered. So he's got his lift leg foot slightly ahead of his post foot. He's going to work into his rocker step, which is just going to be a small step to the side, again maintaining good center of gravity. And he's going to go ahead and take his pivot step, and as he works into his balance point and stores energy over his backside, he's going to get his knee lift going up and back towards his throwing shoulder. He's got his hands low, gathered at the belt, and they're going to go ahead and raise up as his knee comes up. Pretty good position right there. So let's say that this is his balance point right here. You can see good posture through his torso, balanced over that back leg, back hip pocket exposed as the hips are kind of loaded right there. That's what we call the position when you bring that knee back towards the throwing shoulder, kind of across the body a little bit. He's going to bring his foot and his leg, his lift leg, back down to the ground, all the way down. He's still over that back leg, still over that back leg, and now as he gets here, he's beginning to push forward with that hip, and his foot comes down almost all the way to the ground, and he's going to kind of ride the plane of the pitching mound right there as he drives forward into his stride. And you can see here when he lands, you see that he's a toe striker. Okay, so that means that he's landing on the ball of his foot rather than the heel. You're gonna find a lot of pitchers, a lot of successful pitchers are going to land in different ways. Traditional baseball philosophy says that you don't land on your heel, although there are plenty of effective pitchers that pitch at a high level who heel strike. The key is to efficiently transfer the energy from your lower half, from your back leg, into your front leg. So whether you're landing on your heel or whether landing on your toe, the important thing is that you're going from an athletic back leg into an athletic front leg, and you're not losing that energy that's inside your body. Okay, so he's going to go here. Let's call this his equal and opposite, or his power position. You can see elbows are pretty close to equal angles. He's got his glove tucking in a little bit, so it kind of looks like his front side is a little bit shorter than his back side, although it's pretty close. Elbows, you can see he's working a little bit downhill. His front side is down, his back side's up just a touch. From here, you're going to have the hips turn, bringing the torso and the shoulders through. I'm going to go ahead and stop him right here, and this is going to be maximum external rotation. Okay, so that's the position that you're going to see a lot of big league pitchers get to. That forearm laying back flat. This is not a natural amount of flexibility that just your normal average person has. This is something that actually occurs in pitchers' arms due to the repetitive nature of their actions and movement. Glove side is tucked strong in front of his body. Okay, so he's in a pretty good position right here. At release point, and you'll see release probably right about there, right in between there. Release point is at or slightly ahead of front foot, so he's in good position there. He's really getting out over that front side, and you see his hand kind of turn over, and that's that pronation that's going to happen in every pitcher. And he'll continue back forward and downward into that front leg, and that backside's going to come through, and he's going to square up on his target. And we're going to go into another clip right here, another one out of the windup, and I'll let this one roll through at the normal speed. This video was shot with a high-speed camera in 240 frames per second, so you can see that's kind of why the picture's a little fuzzy and why it's so slow. Now, if we were to take this same footage with a normal camcorder and then try to slow it down, as he threw the baseball, you would see a big blur just because of how fast his arm moves. So that's kind of the benefit that you get from the high-speed camera, is you get to see every little movement, and it keeps the picture, the image, pretty clear. Good job. Now you can see here as he's coming down where his glove side is. Okay, he's closed up. Okay, everything is closed up. In fact, that glove side is actually working towards third base. Alright, so he's got like his forearm, the back of his hip, and his heel is moving towards his target, just really keeping his body closed as he works down that line. And then as he strikes, you can see him start to open, okay? And now at this point right here, when he lands, now his shoulders are essentially in line with his target. His hips are starting to open a little bit, but they're still pretty closed. And his front leg, you watch his front leg, okay, so there's a little flex right there. And you're going to see as he continues to go forward, his front leg kind of firms up. See, and it's almost pushing back against that left hip. And he actually finishes up with his leg pretty straight right there. Okay, so that front leg, once you land in an athletic position, it's not going to continue to give. Okay, you're not going to collapse through your front leg. You're going to work into your front leg. Your front leg is going to, strengthen up, and that energy is going to stop there. It's going to move up into the hips, through the torso as your trunk is turning, shoulders rotate, and then that arm comes forward delivering baseball. And again, he's in a pretty good position to field the baseball. And let's see here. Yeah, I threw one more clip in, and now this clip right here, I'm just going to go ahead and let this roll the whole time because it's extremely slow. This is shot in 480 frames per second. Okay, so this is twice as slow as the last clip. And you also notice that it's quite a bit more grainy. The higher the frames per second you go up to, the lower the quality. Now I'm also sitting behind third base in this video, so the distance has something to do with it. Lighting has a big part to do with it. Although the sunlight that there was that day, you can't ask for a much better lighting system. So again, Cahill working through his delivery. Straightens out that front leg as he drives down that line, and then as he lands, it gets nice and athletic. Boom, and you're going to see it firm up. Stop him in maximum external rotation right there. Okay, so one of the things, just kind of to discuss, some of the things that the slow motion video has brought us over the years. It along with 3D motion capture technology has really revolutionized the way we look at pitching. Probably over the last 15 years or so, a lot has changed, and the technology and scientific principles that are applied to pitching nowadays really has a lot to do with that. It was such an activity that was driven by traditional thought and kind of like an old school mentality, that there was just a lot of information that was being perpetuated that just simply wasn't so. And it wasn't it wasn't anyone's fault. It was more the fact that we thought we were seeing things that we weren't. Okay, and so that again perpetuated a lot of misinformation. Although to be honest, if you take a lot of the old school information and you apply technology or scientific principles to it, a lot of it holds true, and that just came from years and years of teaching and watching baseball. But for example, so we're watching this in 480 frames per second. The human eyes can't see what's going on, especially this movement right here. Okay, so as the arm comes forward, that's the fastest movement in sports. Okay, I believe it's 9,000 degrees per second is how fast the arm moves. So nothing else in sports occurs that fast. So it's a very difficult movement to see. I mean, there are certain things that once your eyes are trained, you'll pick up on certain feedback that give you an idea of what happened with the delivery, but unless you're watching it in super slow motion like we are here, You're not going to know for sure what's going on in the delivery, in the arm action, different things like that. So we'll go ahead and let Trevor finish this delivery. See, follows through and lets that backside come through to a squared position. So this is Trevor Cahill. This is one of the brightest young pitching stars. 2010, he had an absolutely phenomenal year. I think he was 18-8 with like a 2.9 ERA. So he came out with you know, a Cy Young-like year in 2010. 2011, he struggled for whatever reason, whether it was due to, you know, injuries or just kind of not performing as expected. But still one of the game's brightest young pitching stars, and that's how he operates out of the windup.